Imagine me in that nice Ferrari. Imagine me in that nice range, that nice G-Wagon, that nice house, having that nice vacation. Dress out, come out fresh, and everybody's like, oh, those guys, the real man, that guy is hot, that guy has cash, that guy is rich. Now imagine everybody clamoring around me and everyone is saying, wow, this guy is the greatest, he has so much money, he's one of the richest, he's rich, he's this, he's that. These are the fantasies of the normal average people or the people who are just rich. It's not a fantasy of the worldly. The world is never gonna imagine how they would just come up and everybody's hailing them. That's the least. Entrepreneurship is basically solving a problem, providing a solution. You make money on two major occasions. It's either you're providing a service or you're providing a product. So for you to have money, people have to patronize you or you have to provide a service, right? Those are like the two legitimate ways to make money. The third one is to start scamming people, which God forbid I will never put my head into. But the most two things is to either provide a product or to provide a service. Now, the average people would provide a service or learn how to provide a service, and they're making little money, and now that they stop there. Now, instead of constantly improving their career, improving their skills, getting better at what they do, maybe get better at providing a better service. Maybe let's assume their product is to be this good. Instead of thinking of how to make that product even more wonderful than it is, you see iPhone, right? We started from the iPhone 4, iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 10. Okay, iPhone 8, iPhone 10, which is iPhone X, iPhone 11, iPhone 12. I can keep going. iPhone has constantly keep improving their service and people are patronizing them. Now, if that was like an average person, after providing or after making iPhone 4, they wouldn't create a new one. They would just stop there and keep eating all the profit from iPhone 4 till they get outdated and somebody comes up and creates like an iPhone 6 or something, of that nature, and then they will go off. While coming up, there is this very funny proverb. You've heard of it before. Let me tell you the proverb. When you chase women, you lose money. When you chase money, you get women's attention. Right? So if I'm gonna be chasing women every day, it's not like I'm not gonna get some. I'm gonna get some girls, right? But if I'm more focused on chasing money, I wouldn't have time for women. But the reverse is gonna be the case. Women will be the one rushing all over me, climbing all over me because they know I'm wealthy and they want to get associated with me. The same psychology applies to business. When you're more focused on just making this money and thinking of what you would do with the money, how you're going to be super fly, how you're going to be rich, you would likely get the money, but the money is only going to be there for just one generation. That means if it even stays with you till you get old. Since this year 2023, I've been constantly making reference to the wealthy, the billionaires. It seems like I don't even get to see all the normal people anymore, or normal people don't even matter to me anymore. Probably because I want to be one of the people who matter to the world, and people who matter to the world are few. So probably maybe the rest of the world doesn't matter to me. Fine. But one thing I learned from the world, it's something that I wish I had known before now, which is being focused on business rather than the money. One of the major reasons we love doing business with companies, corporation, it's because they usually have something beyond money at first, which is customer satisfaction. When you go to a big business or a big company, they would often want to make sure the goods you ordered for, you had gotten delivery of it. Hope it is, to your satisfaction, it is what you wanted. If it's not what you want, please return it. Let us change it for you or give you back your money. Like a big company wants to refund you money that you just imagine you bought something online. It was not to your specification and you can return it. Now that is why I said, or that is why one of the reasons you could just simply see and say a big business or a big company put satisfaction, they put their business first, their business legacy first, before just the money they're going to receive. Now you compare them to like an average small business, and they're more focused on just the money they would receive more than the business. So you still buy the same thing from a small business, and the moment you leave their shop and you come back, the stories have entered. They don't want to refund it. They don't even care. That is it. Not like they can refund it. They can actually take it back to the manufacturers, and they would have it changed. But the normal average business just feels the moment you buy something is faulty. You're on your own, and it's basically because they're more focused on just making money. And I'm guilty of this. I was guilty of this because I had my whole company, and all I was thinking of was how to basically make more money to live more of a better life that I was not even thinking about by business. It will be me thinking of how I would get this G-Wagon, which I did, how I would get this Range Rover, which I did. And then the last one, how I would get this Ferrari, which I was hoping on getting this year because I couldn't get it last year. I had to get landed properties. But looking right now to look back at the whole Sereno, I just discovered that I was acting like a poor man. In as much as I had money in the account, but that was like a poor man's mentality. I would keep conversations with you, I would talk to you. The moment you pay, I behave like the average black man, the average typical black man. It's not difficult for me to render service. Not really because I can't render the service, not because it's not possible to render the service, but because the average black man just wants to get credited. He's more focused on the money he's gathering and less of the business he's making. So the average black man, especially if it's a one-man business or a small business, they're more focused on just sales. So me myself, I used to be so focused on sales before. How much have I sold in softwares? How much contract have we gotten? How much gigs have we gotten? And then when this money comes in, like I said, if you're more focused on the money, you're not also getting focused on what you will do because you're getting obsessed with the numbers, the money flowing in, and the next thing you're thinking of how to spend it. And now the typical middle class or rich person thinks of how to spend it in a way everybody knows he has it, because somehow we're aware that the huge part of the world is in poverty. So we always want to show that we're special, that we have what the world doesn't have, which is money, that we have this flex and we have this advantage or have this position. That once we bring up that mentality into business, we're more focused on you know just getting to like live up to the hype, make so much money. Anything that will give us money, we're into it. But we're not just into it to also know that this person has also gotten a satisfaction, but we're into it because we want to get credit a lot so we can have more money and then go and show that we're special. Now I discovered this very bad habit because it's the same thing as while I was in school. There were young guys then who would work so hard, do lots of menial jobs so they could get enough money to go buy clothes and buy trousers and look good for the girls in school, and everybody thought they were sweet. And while I was in school, I was just learning different programming languages. I bought my laptop and I was struggling. Fast forward, I was the boy in school who had two SUVs, and every girl in school wanted me. And then those people who were at the beginning struggling to dress to look like the flyers happened to bow before my feet. Because whenever I land, with my drips, my perf, my two cars, my iPhone, I mean, they just couldn't compare. But then I was just so in love with that feeling of having other people see me and they're feeling my presence. And I stopped focusing on learning new programming language. In fact, it was more of just let's make more money. Anything that will make me more money, so I will get that money and I will not be eager to go back and show off. Now I had my reasons of doing this. One of them is because the world wouldn't want to transact with you if they feel you are not worthy or worth it. So I bought the range just because if I come up right now and I'm showing you my Range Rover Vela and I'm packed up, you're seeing my security, my Hilux, you want to give me more respect, more than I would, or more than you would if I came there without that car and that security. So the world is a very materialistic place where people are being graded based on the perception whoever is grading them has. So if someone has a high perception of you, they want to take it to a high chair, they want to take it to VIP, they want to get done with your order. If you purchase for something, it's faulty, they want to return it so they don't get problem with you. Like people respect you when they feel you have money. So somehow I was now wired to start trying to, let you know that I have money. But having looked at worldly billionaires now, they don't go to the club, they don't shut down club. I've not had Dangote shut down any club. I've not had Otodola shut down any. I've not even seen a wealthy person, doing so much. They're just usually focused on one thing, which is the same thing I just said not too long. You're focused on your business, you make more money, you're focused on that money, you keep spending it. Now these billionaires from year to year, their branches keep increasing, their source of income keep increasing. And then it now made sense to me the difference between a billionaire and an average person. Like a billionaire has three branches. Each year he's thinking of how to improve his service, make things cheaper, buy in larger quantity. Maybe he was buying in one container, he wants to now buy a whole ship. Maybe he was buying, little cartons. Now he wants to buy a container. He's constantly thinking of how to expand his business, get a bigger warehouse. Now that is who really love the business. That is the mindset of a billionaire. Why the mindset of somebody who is just rich or who wants to be rich like who have been before today would be someone who would want to have one branch. And have you seen people who have three branches? They just have like two or three branch, and then they have a car, they have a house they've built off that three branch. Like somebody will have just three branches, he will build a house, he will drive a big car, and he just has three branches. At the end of the whole day, he gets old, he just has three branches. And there will be a point when those three branches will not be able to fund his kids, his wife, his lifestyle. He's now looking for that source of income. When in reality, if he had focused more on that business, opening more branches, expanding more at the beginning of it, maybe at that late age, instead of thinking of how to look for more source of income, he would have even had a bigger source of income. It's the same thing as, instead of you to open one branch, constantly think of how to open more branches. So looking at me, for instance, I just look at how fucked up my mind was. I was thinking of getting a Ferrari this year. In fact, I just told myself, because I said it last year I'll get a Ferrari, and I couldn't get it because I got a Vela last year, like a Range Rover Vela 2020. So I was thinking of maybe this year I'll just get a Ferrari, and whenever I'm rolling out with my Ferrari and my Vela, everybody will know that Dannyokec has landed. But it's that really special? Am I really solving real problem? I'm not going to get a Ferrari. Instead, I'm going to focus on getting publications. I'm going to focus on expanding, buying computers. For instance, some of my workers don't use the best of computer. We still use some old computers at the office. It's not making sense. There are billboards. You go to Ikoyi, you go to Lekki, go to Abuja. We have so many billboards. What think will happen if I put one of my picture there and write? We create softwares. We create artificial intelligence. What will happen if I go rent a very big a complex, call it Dannyokec Academy, and start teaching people how to create softwares? What will happen if I use that 100 million I want to use for Ferrari and expand my business, create more branches? Let me tell you what will happen. If I do that, by this time next year, I will buy 3 Ferrari and I'll still have enough change. But if I use that money for Ferrari right now, in fact, the thing is even giving me a bad name, because I noticed that people who are so focused on making money are also focused on making just that money. That once they get that money, they don't think of delivery. So you think of the average black man, you want to patronize him, you're scared. The moment you send him money, he has changed. The black man will keep responding to you because he just wants to keep getting credited. He just wants to keep seeing his account balance keep going up. So at the end of the whole day, he can afford whatever he wants to afford. So people are sending him money, he's doing business, he's no longer focused on seeing if his customers are satisfied. He's just focused on getting as much money as possible, right? At the end of the whole day, he gets a whole lot of credit alert, he solves his problem, but he did not put his customers as priority. When in reality, when you keep on putting your customers as priority, your business will get so big that if you want to actually buy anything, you wouldn't even feel it. It's more like you have this very big account. You just dip your money, take money, and do whatever you want to do. But if you're more focused on this is your small business, let me keep carrying from all the customers, and when I pack all the money, I want to go and do this, you're going to be like the average person who would keep staying from year to year. They will keep making money from one thing, but that thing that keeps giving them money doesn't improve. So I've learned something very beautiful today, and that is what I share with you guys. Make your business come first. I know you want to show off to the world, which is very beautiful, because the world is a materialistic piece of shit. Everybody wants to grade you based on what you have, but please be more focused on building a business. A business, from what I've noticed, has more power than luxury. Mark Zuckerberg came into Nigeria and everybody was shouting. The whole security in Nigeria was around Mark Zuckerberg. Everybody knows he created Facebook. Everybody gives him respect. That is his business. Everybody respects Dangote. That is his business. Everybody respects Otoda. That's their business. Like when I mean their business, I mean they respect them because of their business. Their business has made name. All right. So Dangote doesn't need to come up with the Rolls Royce because everybody knows his business is worth billions. He has the best of services. Right. That is the kind of mentality we all need to have. A mentality where our reputation is tied to the value we're offering, not to this vanity we're showing. So I think I've had it all wrong. I want to just have all the vanity, put on my gold chain, come up with my nice attire, have my security all over me, come up with my Ferrari, and everybody's saying, wow, that is beautiful. But you know what's more beautiful? Saying that, oh, one of the top person who has created so many things, done so many, like once people hear your name, they should be able to have something that links you to value and not just links you to vanity. Because when you're constantly providing value, you get value back. You even live a valuable life. But when you're actually just flexing up all vanity, I mean, at the end of the whole day, you just live a life filled with vain and vanity. That is why every single person whom you have seen who just keeps living a luxurious life will tell you they're depressed, they're not happy. After a while, it gets boring. But you hardly see people who really provide real service to the world, who real value to the world, tell you they're depressed, because they constantly get joy and happiness from providing real service. If I just keep making money from people and I don't really deliver a service, I'll keep making money, I'll keep getting things after it gets boring. But there is no good positive feedback. But now imagine offering good value, and constantly I'm seeing myself changing the value and quality of life of people. And these people are telling me thank you. They're sharing my good work. I'm constantly seeing my company being praised, being talked about for positive things. I mean, it's going to give me a very positive life. I would sleep every night knowing I have something good that people, appreciate. Now, the same thing applies to women. When you have so much time for women, you end up not having time to build your business. At the end of the whole day, no woman will respect you. You think you're handsome, you think you're fine, you're dressed properly. You're only going to get the attention of a couple of women, right? But when you're very wealthy, you get the attention of every woman. So when you actually buy a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce, you only get the attention of people who are there to see it. You storm in, everybody say wow. Only people who are there are people who are saying wow, right? It ends there. But now you have a company that is providing value, and lots of people are constantly having a reason to be happy because they spent money, they transacted with your company, and they got back value. That kind of reputation is something I want, because I know I'm going to be more happy. I know that more, like I said, if you chase women, you lose money, but if you chase money, you get all the women. So if you chase your business first, let your business have a good reputation, let it stand tall, let customers be able to see something nice. At the end of the whole day, you get all the money you ever wanted, right? Every single billionaire I've known has multiple branches because they're constantly building their business. But everybody who I've known who was from rich to poverty, who made money at some point in their life and later lost money, were people who will often say, when I made money, I was living his best of life. If you know me back then, I be the hot, I be the do, I be the do, I be the this, I be the that. But now they are in abject poverty. But when you look at those wealthy people, they were not saying I be they were constantly improving themselves. So I want to constantly start improving myself. This is the 7th of February 2023, and this is the gist for today. Today is 2 a.m. So that's the gist for today. Thank you.